What do you know good today, my fellow people? Today on You Can't Tell a Fat Man Nothing, we're gonna make something a little bit different today with these. You say, Curtis, you know what that is? Well, yeah, Goofy, I know, it's eggplants. But you know what they mean about eggplant? Yes, it's an eggplant, it's a vegetable. We're gonna show you how I'm gonna cook it up. Stick with me and follow along. All right, before I get to the eggplants, I'm gonna take some ground beef. I'm gonna get me my Magna Live pot, and I'm gonna brown up 1 to 2 pounds of ground beef, depending on how much you wanna cook. I'm gonna do 2 pounds of ground beef with my eggplants. So I'm gonna get that in the pot and start browning up my ground beef. All right, while the ground beef is frying up and getting brown, get you one onion, and chop it up. All right, while your ground beef is browning, get that chopped up onion, throw it in there. And get that nice and translucent for those onions. At this point, I'm also gonna add in my onions. Not onions, Curtis, use your words. My seasonings. I'm gonna use some salt and pepper. Black pepper. Onion powder, garlic powder, and again, I just sprinkle enough just to coat the top, just a light dusting of it. You add as much as you want, or as little as you want. This is just how I measure. Slap your mana, slap your mana, slap your mana, slap your mana. Now this is my season all, and a little bit of pat in the pot. And the last thing is some cayenne. All right, all that seasoning is in, and let's get those onions and all that mixture together and get it nice and brown. All right, while your ground beef and onions and all that's mixing and browning together, we're gonna go ahead and take our eggplant, and we're gonna cut the tops off of them, we're gonna peel them, and we're gonna dice them into cubes, and we'll throw that into our ground beef and brown that with it as well. So watch me how I do this. Now these eggplants are a little bit more seeded than I like them. It's probably a little older eggplant, as you can see. So majority of seeds, they can be fine. It's gonna cook just the same. I just like mine a little bit younger. So just know that they will have some seeds in there, okay? I got my eggplant all peeled and cubed. I'm gonna go ahead and throw those into the pot. And these do turn brown just a little, well, not a little bit, a lot. If you just out in the air, they'll get brown in there. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna fry this down along with our ground beef. I'm using more ground beef than eggplant. This was 3 medium-sized eggplants that I'm using. I'm gonna cook this down for just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add some water to cover the top. Silly me, before I add my water, I'm gonna add 1 can of Rotel to fry down with that eggplant. All right, the smell of the eggplant is absolutely wonderful. It's kind of like an earthy smell to it, but yet like a flowery smell. Anyways, you can see this little coating on the bottom. That's what I want, a little browning. I'm gonna go ahead and add water to cover it all the way to the top. Who still uses tea kettles in their house? Huh? This fella does. Church, church. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Anyway, as you can see, I've covered it just enough to the top. What I'm gonna do is I want this to get down and smother this eggplant, and it's going to deteriorate and become of a beautiful gravy. I'll put this on medium to high heat. Actually medium to high heat. I'm gonna stir this constantly. I'm gonna put a lid on it though. I want that steam in there to get all the eggplant soft. Be right back. Ooh, that's looking good there. It's thickening up. That eggplant is breaking down, getting into that sauce, into that gravy is what we like to call it in Louisiana. I'm gonna give it a taste, see what my seasoning is like and how it is. It's hot, hot now. Be careful, don't burn yourself. Ooh, that's really good. Seasoning's good, but I think I'm gonna add some garlic to this. You could use minced garlic, fresh garlic. I'm gonna use some minced garlic. It looks like I'm almost out. Not that much, maybe. Not that much. All right, let's give that a little swirl. We're gonna continue cooking this so that eggplant has broken down a lot more. Be right back. All right, it's been cooking for a little bit good time, probably about 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna take the lid off, give my facial. That's how you get this good looking face, huh? Anyway, besides the stupidity, look at that, it's already thickening up real good. If you wanted to, or if you needed to, you could take the back of your spoon and break up any of the extra eggplants that you have. But I've got this water reduced a lot in there, so which is good, which the gravy's getting thick. But now I'm gonna add a can of, you know what, cream of mushroom in here. So we can just add this cream of mushroom and then stir it around and get it all mixed together. Get every bit of that cream of mushroom out of that can. And then just take your spoon and then just kind of slowly mix it in there and get it all nice and mixed up. And I'll show you what that's gonna look like once this is all done. All right, I'm checking on it right now. It's nice and pretty and thick. Look how pretty that is. See those tomatoes, those bell peppers, the eggplant, the ground beef, the onions, all mixed in together. I did throw in a little bit of some fresh parsley. I'm sorry, not fresh, dried parsley in here because I didn't have fresh parsley. I'm gonna turn this down. I'm actually turning it off the pot right now. I got my rice almost ready, and I'm gonna serve this up. Follow along, see how I do it. Boy, you can't tell this fat man nothing. You know why? Because it's ready! It's time to eat. I'm so excited. Let me show you how I plate it up. I'll go ahead and get my eggplant, get my plate, eggplant and gravy. Put it just like this, all the way at the bottom of my plate. Isn't that beautiful? Too bad you don't smell a vision. I'm gonna put some rice right on top of that. And then you're like, but Curtis, there's no vegetables. You're right. So what I did was I steamed some vegetables, and I'm going to just circle the vegetables around. And then when I mix my rice in there, I'm gonna mix it all together. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Now I like to take a cracker. Yes, a cracker. Yes, I know it's extra carbs like my rice, but that's okay. Dip my cracker in there, mix it up just like that. Put my cracker. Bon appetit. Oh my God, it's so good. This thing wasn't so hot, I'll be tearing this up. So good. You gotta give this a try. It's eggplant, ground beef, rice, some dressing and some seasoning, and some vegetables. Until next time, you can't tell Fat Man nothing.